Hey, hi guys, good morning.
Hi, Arpita.
Apeksha this side. Just wanted to have a quick check. The thing is what everyone is in different time zones. So what we'll do is 8 a.m. IST, okay, every day. Once the Sandeep session is over, after that, just for 10, after that 10 to 15 minutes it is, and 8 a.m. exactly we'll be starting. 8 a.m. IST, yeah?
Apeksha,
Mm-hmm.
if you are extending the time, then we are all in different time zones. So we will end up the class so late. Again, we need to wake up early, say, Apeksha. So as usual, Shahil class, what we are doing, it is the same, means it will be easy for us.
So what you do is from tomorrow onwards, one of you just drop the message immediately or before he is ending up, before prior 2 minutes, you let me know or Arpita, okay? No
Actually,
worries,
what
then
you
we can
said in
proceed in
between,
that way, huh?
what you
Sure,
said in between,
Apeksha,
we
we
can't
can.
able to hear.
Yes, usually Sandeep he finishes off on time. So it's just like 5-10 minutes that he does a little over, but he's usually on time. So if, yes, we can send a message as soon as he's done. We'll do that. And then if she can connect 5 minutes later, it would
Okay.
be really good.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Moving forward, we'll do that. The thing
Okay.
is, what my internet is bit unstable. Tomorrow, you just either call me or drop a message, yeah?
Okay,
Okay,
yes,
we'll
we do that.
We'll
If
do.
you do
No
not
worries, no.
respond to our message, we'll call you.
Okay, and are you guys comfortable with the ETL session?
Yes, only if we could get that PDF. Arpita was saying something about uh, getting an invitation to send the PDF. It's a very big PDF which has a lot of information, which would be very helpful to us if we could get that PDF that she's using.
Yes.
Okay, you
Today
asked
I'll
her, she's
share
here
with
now.
you. Today I'll share with you, okay?
Okay, thank you, Arpita. That'll be really nice.
Hi everyone. Good evening.
Hi, Arpita.
Morning, Arpita.
Hi, Arpita. Good morning.
So whatever we have discussed so far, you guys are clear or any doubt? Anyone has any doubt?
Could you please explain one more time the SCD extra?
SCD you want me to explain? Okay,
Yeah.
let's
short.
start. Yeah, sure. So before we start SCD, so what I want you guys to do that I'll share a link. So by Monday, you will be having times on weekends. So you guys can install SQL Server in your system. Then Monday onwards, I'll teach you some SQL queries, which you will be using in ETL. Like you guys doesn't learn like the set operator, then constant. What about constant? You guys learned constant? Type of constraint?
No. No.
No, then you guys want me to give a whole SQL thing or you want me to just teach whatever you have not learned?
Whatever we have not learned.
Yeah, important concepts. Yeah.
So what you guys have learned? You guys has learned select, insert, like DDL, DML, DCL. These all things you have learned, like insert, update, delete, select,
DDL,
truncate,
DML,
drop.
Yes,
DDL,
these are done.
DML only, not DCL, I think.
DCL anyway, that is not required. So DDL, DML, you have learned, and you are in hands-on also. You know how to write the script, how to insert the data to the table, how to update the record, how
Yes.
to do the
Yes,
select
yes.
query, where clause, having clause, group by, these all things you know.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, we learned.
Okay, fine. What about in, exist, then constraint, then set operator, then functions, like there are some functions, length, like operator, these all things you have learned.
Some of these are done.
Like
What all
only.
things you have done?
Like
Mm.
only.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Set also.
Set we don't.
Set is not done.
No.
Set is done. Like operator,
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
like
did.
operator is
Like-
done.
We did.
done. Then what about function, like substring, then you will be having right, left, replace,
No.
these
No.
all things done. Trim,
No.
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 Okay, so I'll be see, you guys do not know normalization as well, so we'll start the basic one. Data, what is database, what is database normalization, then I'll teach constraint, then we'll go to the some aggregate function, max, min. I'll show you with the example. Then we'll go for the this set operator, Windows functions, then in and exist he told teach you.
No.
Then I'll be teaching you how to copy the data from one table to other, how to remove the duplicate, how to get the duplicate. These all things will be using our ETL. So I'll be teaching you that all stuff. So probably I'll take 2 classes for your SQL, because you all guys already learned. So 2 classes from Monday and Tuesday, I'll be taking 2 classes. So before that, I'll be sharing you a link. You guys, all of you, whoever is already installed it, it's fine. Whoever has not installed it, you guys can refer this link and install it. Let me share you the link first.
And Arpita,
Yeah.
please tell us about primary key, foreign key.
Okay, that's what the constraint part. I will
Okay.
teach you. And join, do you guys have learned self join? What are the type of join you have learned? Inner,
Yeah.
full, outer,
Yeah.
left join,
Join.
right join? Huh?
Yes, join is done. But join
Partition
also
product.
self and cross is not done in join.
Okay,
Self
we'll
join
be
and
doing
cross
that
join.
also.
Yeah.
Self join is required. Cross join anyway we won't do, but I'll teach you cross join.
Okay.
Then apart from that, I'll teach you how to write the store procedure, because sometimes you will be writing the store procedure, and CT I'll be teaching it, like that is common table expression, how to write the common table expression and why it is needed. That all things I'll teach. We'll start with Monday. So I'll teach first normalization stuff, then we'll go to the constraint. I will be so alter, you know how to alter the table.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. One more thing I'll teach you anyway. It is not required that much, but sometimes whenever you are working, someone will ask you to create index. So how to create index, I'll teach one. Okay. So
And
these
view,
all things.
and sorry.
How to create a view, I'll teach.
Okay.
Whatever is required, I will teach. Okay.
Okay.
We'll do the hands-on, but before that, you guys has to install in your system. I will share you the link. You guys can follow this link, install it. If you are, anyone has a issues on installing, ping me in WhatsApp. I will help you. This is the link you can follow. Here is the in this link you'll find the where you need to download the software, how to install it. It's a very easy installation. It will not take much time as well. And log in with your local host, like how I have done it, right? Let me share my screen. Are you guys able to see my screen?
No.
No, no, Arpita.
Okay,
No.
wait a minute. Yeah.
Arpita,
Now,
are you
Yes.
added in the WhatsApp group? Have you been added already?
yes. Yesterday she has added me.
Okay.
Okay, see in database,
Sure.
right? This is server name. This is the authentication. Authentication, you need to select window authentication. But in your project, you will be getting server name, SQL Server. They are in your, if you are working on a project, like client project or something, you will be provided as a server name. And that time you will be getting username and password. That time you need to select SQL Server authentication. This Azure and all, it is for Azure database. Okay, it's not for normal SQL Server. You will be using only Windows and SQL Server authentication. But here in your local system, you use window authentication because we do not have particular server or username password. So username will be your desktop name. You can get your username if you will go to the run command, type command prompt. Here you will write host name. If you write host name, it will show display you your computer name. My computer name, it is displaying, and this is my username. So you need to put your computer name over here. Everyone is clear?
Yes.
Okay, let's move to the SCD. Someone was having doubt on SCD, so let me discuss SCD first, then we'll move to the other one.
Arpita, 1 minute, Arpita. You showed that Windows authentication, no?
Yeah, Windows
For
authentication.
For Mac users also, we need to put the same or
Mac, I'm not sure about it. It is Windows authentications, like Mac, is it SQL? How we will install? I do not have any idea. But you just need to check in the Google.
okay.
Because window authentication will work, that doesn't matter, but how to, like, you just let me check in this link whether for Macs also iOS also it is there or not. You can go through this link. Here they have given the software. See here, download SQL Server installations. SQL Server Management Studio, you need to download SQL Server Management Studio 18. So it is there only for the Windows. If I'll click here download, it will the exe file will get downloaded. I'm not sure about iOS. Let me check. No, it is not giving any option for iOS. I think it's just for Windows. In iOS, which you have installed any database in your system for iOS, like your Apple laptop, your personal laptop?
Actually, whatever they say in the class, we will be installing W3 schools and all other things.
No, W3 school is no need to install. It is just a website.
No, just
But
whatever.
We have practiced in W3 schools, Arpita. Actually, that SQL workbench was not working for all. So
okay.
for me, W3 schools.
So then you can practice there as well. But thing is that you cannot. You can create the table over there.
Yeah.
And then you can use that one. There is no issue if you are comfortable over there.
We can create the insert the values and all.
Then you can then you can use it. I'm not sure about iOS because iOS installation lot of problem comes. So I was having iOS, but I was not using it. I generally use this Windows only. So not sure about iOS. You can try, or else Postgres. Postgres you can try if you want. Anyone wants to try Postgres, then I will provide that also. Any one of the database you guys has to install in your system to practice. Or if you are compatible with W3 School also, you can go ahead with that. Whoever is Windows, try to install SQL Server or any one of the database. If someone is Postgres, then use Postgres. If someone is SQL Server, use SQL Server. Whatever, only one database you install it for your practice. If you have issues, you are not able to install it, then whichever online editor, if you are compatible, you can go ahead with that.
But
Okay.
in W3, we cannot make changes in that database.
Yes, you cannot do the update and all these stuffs.
Yes.
You can just run the script, that's all. So I will suggest that if you guys can install one of the system for this, and let me give me a time, give me a daytime. I'll see if you can how to install in OS, because I never I've never worked on OS for this SQL Server. So I do not have any idea. Let me see how to install it in OS, iOS. Whoever is Windows, you can install it in your system using that link and keep it ready. Monday will start the SQL. Okay. So let's start today the SCD. SCD1. SCD1 is what? Suppose you have one record. Let me take a set. Yeah. Suppose the customer ID is 1001. Customer name is Rahul. Year is 2003. He is currently based out of London. And the data created on this 2003, he has moved to London in 2003, and we have only one entry in our database. So created date is this 2003 1st January, and updated date is null, because still he is living in this same place. So but after few years he moved to Rahul has moved to from London to he moves to Paris. So what will happen? He moves to Paris in 2005. 2005 he moves to Paris. So what will happen? This particular record in SCD1, it will not keep the history. If a person is moving from one place to other, then it will replace the old data with the existing data. Means the year will change to 2005 and the location will change to Paris. It will not having, and your created date will be this 2003 and updated date will be your 2005. Will not be having any history. This data will not be there in your database. Okay, you will be having only one record. It will replace the old data with existing data with the updated timestamp. Before it was null, now it will update with the particular date when he has moved from London to Paris. So this is SCD1. Anyone has any doubt on SCD1?
No.
No. So SCD1, what it's happened? Let me write in notepad. So SCD1 will be losing the old entry. It will replace the new value. This is the SCD1. Then coming to the SCD2. SCD2. Let me see here if I can show you if it is in DWH, if it is there. What is the SCD they have implemented? I have not checked. Let's see, following customer. No, here they have not that updated created date timestamp column. Anyways, suppose a person is there, person Rahul, he has moved from London to Paris. So here what will happen in SCD2? He was there in 2001 in London, and his updated date was null. Like this is his first record. Then he will here in SCD2 will be having one more column. The additional column will be there, that is called active flag. Okay. So if we here the active flag will be Y, because this is the first record. He is there in London. This is his first record which we got from source. Now this particular user has moved from, Rahul has moved from London to California on 2002. He moved to London to California in 2002. So the created date here, updated date will be changed to 2002 0101 January. Suppose I'm giving just an example. So here his created date will be, here timestamp will be there. Okay, I'm just not able to put the timestamp, but it is created date time, updated date time. So your timestamp will be there, like when particular time he has moved. So that timestamp will be there, and your active flag, the previous record, which is the initial record, that will active flag will be N. Now Rahul has moved from London to California. So here updated date will be 2002 0101. Sorry, created date will be 2002 0101 and update date will be null, because this record is latest record, and active flag will be Y. So this is his latest record. Now again Rahul will move from again to one place, like from now he is planning to move in 2003. He is planning to move to California to, suppose he is planning to move to California to Paris. So Paris is moving on 2003 0101. So here his updated created date will be your 2003. Sorry, created date will be 2003 and updated date will be null. And here update the previous record, the updated date will be replaced with the latest created date of this new record. Whatever the new record created date, it will be the updated date for the old record, and the old date or old date, whichever date he is moving or the data is modifying, the same date will be the created date of the new record. And in this case, the previous record will be marked as N, active flag will be marked as an N, and this will be yes. So basically in SCD2, if a person is whatever modification that is happening in the database, all the history will be maintained in the data warehouse, that is called SCD2. Whereas in SCD1, if any modification is happening in the source, that particular modification will be replaced with the new one. Okay, the old one will replace with the new one in SCD1, but in SCD2, you will be maintaining all the history. Whereas in SCD3, you will be having current record and its immediate previous record. Like here you can see 1000, like this customer ID Rahul, he was in the location in 2003, he was located on the London and the created date was 2003, and now he has moved from London to Paris. So what will happen if he has moved from London to Paris in SCD3? You will get that year is 2005, location is Paris, old year is 2003, old location is London. So you will be getting the current data and the previous record, but you will be not getting the other record. Like for example, here you see he was there in London, then California, then Paris, but I can see only wait, let me change it so that it will be easy for you to understand. This is London, this is California. So here you can see, here he was there in, sorry, Paris and London. Okay. So his old location was Paris and new location is London. But California also he was there. But in SCD3, you will not be able to see the California details because in SCD3, we maintain only the current and its immediate previous record. And is SCD3, the new fields are added to the table to the main the history. In SCD3, the table will be changed here. Like the previous record itself is modified in such a way that neither the history is not nor the even the new record also displays. And we do not use SCD3 in the data warehouse. We use either SCD1 or SCD2. Okay, this SCD is very important because it will be implemented in your project and you need to do the SCD testing. So how you will do the SCD testing? SCD testing can be done in the 3 ways. Like you need to, in your QA environment, you will be provided with the 3 environments. So QA environment, you need to create 3 scenarios. First, you need to insert the record. I cannot show you this because for this we need the job to be run, but that is done by the data engineer who build the warehouse. So that I cannot show you. So I'm just telling you how to do the SCD testing. So you need to insert the record to the source database. Okay. Then what you will do? After inserting the record to the source database, you need to run the particular job, run the job to pull the data from source to the target. So in that case, if you'll get, if this is the new record, if you are inserting, so your active flag should be yes. Active flag should be yes, and your updated timestamp should be null. This is your criteria. If this criteria is satisfied, your SCD is perfectly working. This is for inserting the record. Next, you will be having you need to update the record. You need to update the record in your your source. You cannot update it, but there will be an intermediate layer called staging table. So in stage table, you can update the record, then run the job. It will come to your dimension and fact table. So there you can check where you in dimension table, check whether the active flag is marked as a yes for new record or not. Insert means it's completely a new record. So it will be the active flag should be yes. Similarly, for update record, you need to modify some existing record. Modify the existing record. Modify the existing record and run the job. Then verify in the dimension table. See, if you have 15 dimension table, all the dimension table you need to test SCD. Every dimension table will be having SCD implemented, and all 15 tables you need to test individually. Like all the 15 tables, you need to run these scenarios. Verify in dimension table for the updated record. The active flag will be yes. Will be yes, and updated timestamp will be null for the updated record, which is inserted newly. Updated timestamps will be null. And the old record, active flag will be an, and your and the updated timestamp will be lesser than suppose updated timestamp is 8 AM. Okay, then in your old record the updated, for new record, updated created timestamp is 8 a.m. Then your update, the old record, the updated timestamp will say as a 7:59 a.m. or something. It will be just 1 or 2 minutes or some second difference will be there. That's what we do to pick the job. Like it will be little, like some around 2 minutes or 1 minute lesser than the new record created timestamp. So updated timestamps will be it will be same as your newly inserted record created timestamp. Then one more scenario is deleting the record. You need to delete a sample record, some junk record. You need to create some test data. So that junk record you need to delete from your source and then run the job. Delete the record from the source and run the job. So after running the job, make sure the deleted record having active flag as N. You know what is the significance of this SCD? So see, source also will be, suppose some customers are moved out from the bank. So they will be moving that customer, right? But in warehouse, they do not want to remove the record completely. So what they will do, they are maintaining the history. So in that case, they will mark for the deleted customer active flag as a N. It means the customer is not at all active with particular bank. So they will come to know this is not an active customer. He was there with us from these to these durations. So SCD is clear for everyone or anyone is having any doubt?
Hi, this is Sachin here. Hi, Arpita.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. So yeah, I this is so everyone, this whatever Arpita is teaching is really important. What we're seeing, a lot of jobs related to data testing. It's not just ETL testing, but data testing, data migration testing. A lot of jobs are around this kind of. So I think this is whatever she's teaching. I'm like watching the videos. Very important that all of you pay attention. I actually understand this. Very important stuff she's teaching. Okay, so all right, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. With that, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, Sachin, just want to know, have you only taught these people SQL?
No, I didn't teach. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, fine. So anyone has any doubt related to SCD?
There is someone else
Your voice is breaking for me. Sorry, I'm not able to hear you. Sorry, I'm not able to hear you.
Helping you out if you need the structure of the code.
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you. Your voice is breaking for me. Is it happening with everybody or only with me?
It's
No,
breaking.
even I cannot
No, we
hear
couldn't
anything.
understand as well.
Yeah, it's great.
Talking.
Yeah, please go ahead, whoever was speaking. Hello?
Arpita, can you show the notes document? I wanted to just note few more lines in the end.
Okay, sure.
Thank you, Arpita.
Yeah. I know you guys is very hard to understand because it is completely a new terminology, but if you'll read this all stops, right, it will be more and more interesting. Once you'll start working on the database site, you will be learning a lot of things and it will be very much interesting. Now everybody is working on cloud. So this is the new technologies. ETL is like this all ETL technology, now everything is on cloud. So this is a very new technology. If you'll start working on it, it is very interesting. I am working from past 15 years. So It is really interesting, and slowly, once you start reading, you will be coming to know. So if I'll teach something, you go and read at home. So it will be helpful for you.
Sure, Arpita. Yeah.
Okay, shall we move further? SED is clear for everyone,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
Yes.
let me tell you about type of dimension today. We have learned all the dimension. So today is we are learning here type of dimension. What are the type of dimension? So before that, you guys know, right? What is dimension? What is dimension? Anyone can tell me what is dimension? What is dimension?
It basically contains descriptive values.
Yeah,
which
it
what
is
have
basically contain the descriptive value that is called dimensions. Dimension, sometimes it is difficult to identify the fact and dimension, but dimension contains all the descriptive values. Example is customer dimension, product dimension, store. If you want to create a store, if you want to store the values of the store data, order data, these all are like dimension, where we will be getting the particular descriptive value of the table. Like customer dimension, you will be getting customer name, customer ID. Customer ID is a key which will be helping you to join with the dimension with the fact table. But customer name, email address, gender, then location, address, these all are really giving you the descriptive value that is called dimensions. So dimensions are various type. Today I'm teaching you confirmed dimension. What is confirmed dimensions? Confirmed dimension is, for example, you have two table. The fact table 1, which determine the product sold by the geography, and the second table will be the number of product by geography. So in fact table 2, you will be determine the revenue generated by the customer. Both are depend on the product, which contain the product ID, name, and the source. This is the geographic dimension and customer dimension, which are being shared by the two fact tables. Like, suppose I want to tell you, suppose here you can see I have a table called fact internet cell. Fact internet cells. Okay. Fact internet cells as a the product key, customer key, ship date key, then you have sales or these all key are there, like customer key and product key is there in fact internet cells. Okay. Similarly, if we'll go to the fact internet cells region, here, no, here you do not have. Let me pick one more table, one more column. Details. Yeah. See, this particular product key, it is this particular product key means the product dimension, it is present in fact seller cells, and even it is present in the fact internet cells. This means this dimension is present in multiple fact table. It is shared across multiple fact table. In that particular dimension, we'll say that confirmed dimensions. Confirmed dimension is what? If a dimension is shared across the multiple fact table, that is called confirmed dimensions. Here we have given, for example, there are two tables. Fact table 1 is to determine the number of products sold by the geography, and the second is the number of this table. So fact table 1 will show you the number of products sold by the geography, and the second will show you the number of product by geography, and the second will show you the revenue generated by the customer. Both depends on the product. Both are depend on the product, which contains the product ID, name, and source, and there is a geography dimensions and geography dimension and customer dimension, which be shared by the two fact table. Like here I show you this product key is shared by the two fact table. Like DBO internet sales and DBO retailer sales. So that if a dimension is sharing across the multiple fact table, that is called confirmed dimensions. Anyone has any doubt? Anyone has any doubt? It's very simple. If a dimension like product key or customer key, it is shared with the multiple fact table, like it can be present with the fact order, it can be present with the fact order line. So that sort of dimensions, that sort of dimension is called confirmed dimension. The dimension which share across multiple fact table is called confirmed dimension. Let me write it here. The dimension share across multiple fact table, that is called confirmed dimension. Date dimension also you can take. Date key will be present in everywhere. Like here you can see here date key is there, ship date key is there. So then even in the retailer sales you have, then if you'll go to the fact sales quota, you have date key. So this date key is also shared across the multiple dimensions. So that is also called your confirmed dimension. If a dimension share across more than one fact table, that is called confirmed dimensions. Clear, or anyone has any doubt?
Clear.
Okay, now one more dimension, that is degenerated dimensions. Degenerated dimension is something, if a dimension attribute is stored as part of fact table, not in the separate fact table. It means they do not want to build a separate table for storing that particular dimension. They can accommodate that one in the fact table as well. For example, invoice line, invoice number. Invoice number, they do not want to create a separate dimension called the invoice number in the dimension table. They can accommodate invoice number with the fact order also. So that particular dimensions which will store in the fact table, which can be stored in the fact table, even though it is a dimension, it can be stored in the fact table, not in a separate table. That sort of dimensions are called your degenerated dimension. Here you can see I have given an example: invoice number, product ID, quantity. Invoice number, product ID, quantity, amount. So here invoice number, even though it is dimensions, but it is storing in the fact table. So these sort of dimensions, which is even in a dimension but storing in a fact table, that sort of dimension, we say that it is degenerative dimensions. Let me write it here. Dimension that is stored in the fact table instead of creating a separate dimension table. It's called degenerative dimension. Okay. Next is example is your invoice line invoice number. Degenerative dimension is clear, or anyone has any doubt?
Arpita, the table looks like a fact table, right? It has a
Yeah,
number.
it is a fact table, but invoice number is a descriptive value. It's not a, like invoice cannot be an alpha invoice. Here it is numeric value it is showing, but in real time we store it as a INV 001 like that. So you can see it is not like you cannot sum up invoice number, right? It is basically a descriptive value only. Invoice number cannot be sum up. You can sum up quantity amount, but invoice number you cannot sum up.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So
got it.
invoice number is a dimension. It's not a fact. You can see, I want to calculate for this. See, there are two invoice number, right? Because this particular invoice number has two different product ID and all the product IDs has a different quantity. So I can calculate the invoice number wise, what is my total amount? I can do it by invoice number. If I'll do with particular invoice number 11223344, then my total amount will be 300, because for this particular invoice number, I have 4 quantities of this product ID, 3 quantities of the 67892 product ID, and my amount was 100 and 200. So my total sales amount I have paid to the store is 300 rupees. So invoice number wise, my sales amount is this much. So I can calculate the value. I can aggregate the value used by invoice number. So it is a dimension and which is storing in the fact table, that is called degenerative dimension. Clear?
Yeah, clear. Thank you.
Okay, now junk dimension. What is junk dimension? Junk dimension is the dimension which is basically stores like your status keys, then flag, like active flag, then your status flag, like it is per order status will be having different status, like your placed, delivered, shipped, then order is cancelled, then open order. There are a lot of status are there. So it is they cannot for junk table, basically they will store these all values like flags and all. So junk dimension, it is a single dimensions with combination of different and unrelated attributes that avoid having a large number of foreign key in the fact tables. There are often created to manage foreign key creates by the rapid changing dimensions. So junk dimension is basically stores the flag values like customer flags, active and inactive flags. Then your see, there are some flag will be there is enabled, like the customer is active or not, is active, that sort of flags. Then your status values, and then these all stuffs, whichever is which can be stored in the your fact table. But instead of storing it, making it as a big, they create it as a small table, that is called junk dimensions table. Basically it will stores junk dimension flag key values. Okay, junk dimension. Now role play dimension. What is the role play dimension? Role play dimension is the dimensions which will be having multiple valid relationship with fact table. For example, if we'll see over here, I have a date dimensions. I have a date dimension here, dim date is there. Okay, here you can see I have a date key. And here you have full date, date number, all these stuffs are there. Even if you'll go in the fact table, where is the fact internet cells? Okay, fact internet cells as a you have order date key, due date key, ship date key, all these stuffs. So this particular date column of dim date of date key, it will be joined with ship date key to get the ship date. Like let me give you an example. For the example, I want to get the ship date. For example, I want to get the order date using joining with this dim date. So this particular order date key, like this is the, where is my date? No, date details. Okay, select top 10 starts from dim date. So here you have the date key. This is my pool alternate date key. Okay. So what I'm going to do, see this particular date key will be joined with this order date key. Hello? Yeah, you are saying something? Hello? Anyone is saying anything?
No,
Okay.
Arpita.
Okay, fine. So this particular date key will be joined with this order date key to get the order date. This date key will be joined with due date key to get the due date. This particular date key will be joined with your ship date key. Where is that? Ship date key. To get the ship date means this particular date key will be using in a multiple way with other entities like other keys to get the particular. Suppose if I'll join, let me show you. Select this full date alternate key, comma. Full date alternate key as an order date. Then I will select from here.
Arpita, are you talking?
No, I'm not talking. I'm framing the query for you guys to make you understand.
Okay.
So this is the order quantity. Let me take unit price as well. Okay. From this, where? Let me take some customer key as well. What is the customer key? Let me take some customer key from here. That is 1006. Let's see, it has data on it. In fact, internet search. Dot customer key. Yeah, see, for this particular date, when I join this date key with this fact, when I join this order date key, like order date key, you can see here in with dim date, I have joined the fact internet sales order date key with the dim date key. So I got the order date. Similarly, for this particular customer, to get this particular customer, the details, I join with the dim customer. Let me put the customer name over here so that it will be easy for you guys to understand. Now, instead of customer key, I would have input the customer name. Customer. Sorry. Where is the name for this customer? Customer alternate key, what is this? Let's see. Yeah, no, customer alternate key. Is swing key. Let me see what is the attribute for the description of a customer. So here you can see first name. Let me check the first name, not the alternate key and all these stuffs, so that it will be easy for you guys to understand. C dot last name. See, for this particular customer, we have these many order quantity. I forgot to put comma. Okay. So for this particular customer, you have, this is Janet Alvarez. So he has order date is this, or for this particular order date, he has unit price this particular order date, it is the unit price is this, and you are getting this order date values. How you are getting? You are joining the fact internet sales order date key with the dim date order key. So you are getting the order date. Similarly, if you want to see what is the due date for this particular order, then what you need to do? You need to join again this due date key with the dim date key. Like again, I'll join this dim date key, dim date 2 on SA dot. Here I'll join in due date key equal to D dot date key. Okay. Now we will be getting, what is the, now I'll make full alternate as a due date. Why full date alternate? Not SA dot full date. It is the D dot full date alternate key. Here it is the D2 dot full date alternate key. Okay. Now it's fine. So here you can see now. Then it's running. Yeah. Here you can see my order date is this. My order date is my 21st January 2021. Due date is 1st February 1st February 2011. So if I'm joining the date key with the order date key, I'm getting order date. Similarly, if I'm joining date key with due date key, then I'm getting due date. So if date key is using date key is playing as a role when we are joining with the two different key, like it is giving different values. So that is called date dimensions. Date dimensions, which a table has multiple valid relationship with fact table. For example, fact table may include foreign key for both ship date and delivery date, but the same attribute apply to each foreign key so that the same table can be joined to the foreign key. So instead of like how I've explained you here, the date key is playing multiple roles, 2 roles it is playing. When I'm using the date key, joining the date key with the order date key, I'm getting order date. If I'm joining date key with the due date key, I'm getting due date. So date key is playing a multiple role in getting the relationship between the dimension and fact table. That is called role playing dimensions. Role playing dimension is the particular the date dimensions, which can be used with the fact table to get 2 different values. Sorry, you guys can go on mute. So role play dimension is clear. Role play dimension is basically the date dimensions. If we'll join the date dimensions with the fact table, it will be giving to like if you are joining ship date with the date key, you will be getting ship date. If you are joining delivery date with the date key, you will be getting delivery date. If you are joining due date with the date key, you will be getting due date. So the date dimension is basically the example of role play dimensions, which give different meaning if you are joining the date key with the particular fact table or ship date key or delivery date key. Okay. Role playing dimension is clear. Guys, clear role playing dimension?
Yes, Arpita.
Okay. Now I'm going for the fact. Similarly, the dimension table, the fact tables are also different type. So yesterday we have learned about different type of fact, like additive, semi-additive, and non-additive fact. So what is additive fact? If the fact is added across the dimensions, it is called additive fact. If the fact is added for few dimension, not for all, that is called semi-additive fact. If the fact is fact cannot be added across any of the dimensions like profit, discount, interest, then temperature, that cannot be added across any of the dimension, that is called your non-additive fact. So similarly, fact tables are of different type. Like dimension table, we have different type of fact table. The transactional fact. Transactional fact is basically the measurement of one event per transactions. It means, let me show you over here one example. This is a transactional fact which has one event per transactions. For this particular date ID, for this particular sales ID and product ID, we have only one transactions, that is unit price of 1. Similarly, for this particular sales ID, we have product ID 5, and for this date ID, we have 1 transactions. So one event per 1 transactions is transactional fact table. It takes place for a specific period of time. One transactions define the lowest grain. Fact has a granularity. Granularity means how the detail the data is storing in the tables. Like suppose you can store week wise, quarterly wise, monthly wise. So what is the lowest granularity? Date level is the lowest granularity. What is the highest level granularity? Year level. It is the highest level granularity. So in transactional fact, it stores in the lowest granularity level. It is basically an additive fact. You can add for you to get the sales wise unit price. You can add you can add unit price across the sales dimensions. You can add unit price across the product ID. Even you can add the unit price across the date dimensions. So this is basically transactional fact is the like it is additive in nature. This fact table has is generally having lot of foreign keys. Like here you can see sales ID, product ID, date key will be there. So there are lot of foreign keys will be there with the transactional fact. It will go very fast because we'll be storing one event per 1 transactions. So this fact table will be growing very fast, and it will. This is what the characteristics of transactional fact. So transactional fact is what? Here you can see, transactional fact is a basic approach to operate the business. The fact table represents events that occur at primary point. A line exists in the fact table per customer or product when transactions occur. Whatever transactions the customer or the product have, all the transactions will be stored in one row. That is called one event per one transactions. Many rows in fact table connect to customer or product because they are involved in multiple transactions. The transaction data often structured quickly in one dimensional vectors, and it has lowest level of data, like it is stores in the day-wise transactions. So what is the characteristics of transactional fact? First is one event per one transactions. One event per transaction. Then second is it is additive in nature. It is typically additive. Then third is it goes very fast. Fourth is it has multiple foreign key associated with it. This is the transactional fact tables. So we'll be wrapping up till today till transactional fact table, because already it's 9:05. What I said that you guys have to install the SQL Server or any of the database whichever you want to use, like MySQL, Postgres, SQL Server, or any database whichever is you can want to install, you can install it. Monday onwards, I'll be teaching the SQL whichever we are using for the ETL purpose, like how to copy the data from one table to the other, all the constraint, then set operator, and I'll be teaching you analytical functions and few functions like substring in, then your replace, trim, then length. These count also I'll use how to remove the duplicates from the table, how to identify the duplicates. That all things we'll be learning from Monday onwards, like whatever the SQL we needs for the your ETL testing purpose, that all things I'll be teaching from Monday onwards. So now what I'll do that I need to share with you this PPT. So let me share with you the PPT over here itself. But whatever I teach you, you guys learn that much only. Do not learn whole thing so that it won't be interesting for you.
Okay, Arpita.
Okay.
Arpita, if you don't mind, can you please share the notes whichever you have written on the class?
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Arpita.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let me know once you guys will download this file after that I'll drop off. You guys downloaded it?
Yes. Yes, Arpita.
Okay. Okay, fine. So let's meet tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be teaching another two types of fact table. Then I'll be teaching about business intelligence, how it is different from the data warehouse, and few more concept. After that will be from Monday onwards, we'll be moving to SQL. Then after SQL I'll complete, we'll move to ETL part. Okay. Anyone has any doubt whatever we learned today?
Not as of now, Arpita.
You guys can go through it and let me know if you have any questions. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thank you, Arpita.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Arpita.
Thank you.